Viewer discretion is advised. New surveillance photos shows little Maleah Davis walking behind this maggot into the apartment, never to be seen again. As a black person, I am not for police brutality. But when the police should be brutal, they don't. They should be beating the hell out of this maggot until he tells what he did with the body. Or better yet, put him in population overnight. And I guarantee you by morning, he'll tell you things you don't want to know. This guy here is just a no-good punk. Even had the same clothes on when he disposed of the body of little Maleah Davis. On the side of his pants, right leg, it looks like blood on his pants, because they said that they found blood throughout his apartment, on the carpet, in the restroom. This fool probably tried to dismember this child's body because he fitted into a clothes basket. And as I say, man, precious time is being wasted, because whatever he did with the body, if he, just say he buried it, and with the flood we just had, it's going to be kind of hard to find now, because debris or whatever is settled over the spot. But could be a good thing too, because usually when people dig like graves and it rains and the ground settles, you will see a little dip right there. So I don't know, but I do notice one thing, is that precious time is being wasted. And I'm just hoping that that mother, because I hear a lot of people talk about, they had a vigil for Maleah, and everyone's talking about hoping that she would return alive. And I'm like, can't these people see that this child would not return back alive? We all would hope that, but the reality of it is not going to happen. This fool killed that little girl and disposed of the body. Only thing we can do now is try to locate the body, give the child a decent burial, so that the family can have some type of closure. I know that whenever he gets to prison, they're going to, as we say, tighten him up. They're going to tighten him up real good. But it still does not bring back little Maleah. And when they had the vigil for little Maleah, people was talking about mothers need to protect their children. And I'm the type of person, I see the world as it really is. Mothers can protect their children by keeping their fathers in the home. Why? I'm asking that, because Maleah was 4 years old. So that means for 4 years ago, you and another guy were in a relationship and had a child. What happened? Why did the man leave his child? I know that some women are difficult to live with. And looking at the selection that you made, choosing Darren Vince, it's like whatever you say, you can just hold it because you're a liar. You chose a bum to be engaged to because you were engaged to this bum. Then when they showed me that when they found the car, she break down the ground, where my baby? I mean, what do you mean? You know exactly where your baby isn't and is not in that car. You know this. So it's very difficult for me to have sympathy for Miss Brittany. I think her last name is Bowens. It's very difficult for me to have sympathy for her because she just made a stupid mistake that I see so many women make. That's choosing a man, well, a guy that they think is a man that is really a child with female ways, that throws tantrums, gets mad, and will resort to killing a child. People are losing their damn minds. I was just looking on the news today where some silly-ass lady threw her baby into a fence. So there's something really wrong with the minds of individuals today. As I say, it could be those pharmaceutical drugs. I don't know, it might be in the water. It's got to be something. But I look at the age of all these people that are committing these stupid acts. They all are close in age. So they have to be taking something or eating something similar. And it's these pharmaceutical drugs that these parents put their children on. Seems like everybody from 40 years old on down are doing a bunch of stupid ass shit. And most people are 40 years old on down took these drugs to help them pay attention in school, to help them not be so hyper in school. Now your children crazy as hell. They grown now, killing babies, kids, the parents, anybody around them. But back to this fool, Darren Vince. Now that we have all this evidence against this maggot, what next? How long is he going to remain silent on what he did with the body of Maleah Davis? When I heard about the case, they were talking about looking for some guy that some Hispanics he said that he was looking for. I'm like, man, these people are wasting time. This man did it. They should be interrogating him to make him go ahead on and say what he did to buy so you can help him find a little girl. But they wasted all this damn time for nothing. Well, I'm kind of like speechless because, there's nothing really that can be done to make this thing acceptable to anyone. Him going to prison, him being executed, I still feel like these people want their child back above all of that. And I just hate that the child's mother, Brittany, chose to leave, go all the way to Massachusetts for her father's funeral and leave her child in the hands of this bastard. This woman, I said, she's going to get some time as well. She might not get the lethal ejection or something, but she's going to get a stiff penalty because she was very negligent. You've already were under investigation about abusing Maleah. What this is called confirmation. All of the suspicions that they had about you abusing your child has came full circle. You've killed a child. I hope that you and this guy rot in hell. And whoever helped you, I hope his ass rot in hell too, or her, whoever the person might have been that assisted you. Your family should be very ashamed and embarrassed. And they should be investigated as well because they harbored a fugitive. Somebody knew what was going on. And because this guy had some help. Somebody took him to the hospital. Somebody drove off in the car and left the car at some strip mall. We're going to see where this leads. And I hope to his death for this punk here.